The game is done. I'm gonna stop playing with people. Because what y'all look for is these top 10 everything lists. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be top 10 variations of cooking spam and you're clicking. I respect it. That's why all the content creators do these types of videos, because they get the clicks. Smart move. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a certified list. 10 certified designer fragrances that are bangers and you need in your lineup. Certified. What does certified mean? If it comes across my desk and I give it the stamp of approval, then it's a certified banger, because I'm a walking fucking sex symbol.
Fuck it, you gotta be ready.
And of course,
You gotta spray the nutsack.
I would know what sexy is. Let's roll my motherfucking music so I can put you on to 10 certified bangers in the designer space you must cop. You're welcome.
We're all alone in the middle of the river, yeah. There's some friends on the south side in case you cared. Out of all your friends, I wanna be
Listen, morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This is your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. I'm gonna stop playing with y'all. People seem to forget one of the OGs in this game is your boy. And one of the things that I do know is fragrances that smell fire. I don't know who the perfumers are. I can't tell you where the origin of musk came from. I don't care about Indonesian oud. I just know what smells fire, what's sexy, and what's not. Clearly. So let's jump right into this list. They're in no particular order, but the first fragrance I'm gonna put you on with that you need in your stash is by the house of Gucci, and that's none other than Gucci Guilty Pour Homme Parfum. Beautiful musky, woody, juniper berry fragrance. What does that all mean? The shit is a walking sex bottle. I blind bought this fragrance thinking that it was going to be straight fuckboyish, it's gonna be trash, super redundant, massively basic. And I was clearly surprised by the type of scent and energy that I got off this fragrance and how it played off of my skin. It actually had more of a mature vibe that really opened my eyes to, hey, maybe there is some sort of life in the designer space that isn't going to smell like every other salty aquatic fragrance in the world. It's a beautifully balanced fragrance. It's got its citruses, it's got its darkness, it's got its woodiness, it's got its lavender, and it's got that mild booze herbaceousness about it. It really plays off beautifully off the skin. It's dark, it's sexy, super masculine, very mass appealing, and definitely one of the banger designer fragrances you need in your stash. Next one. The next one is by the house of Maison Margiela, and that's Jazz Club. Symphonic gorgerific scent profile that is uber delicious. The sex appeal and the accessibility of this fragrance is absolutely stunning. It is a proper boozy tobacco fragrance, also a beautifully balanced scent profile, mass appeal as fuck, available in Sephora, Macy's, online for the low, and something about that creamy vanillic tobacco and that nice dry vetiver vibes with the right sprinkle of spiciness just provides this warm, comforting, super sexy, multifaceted scent profile that is drool worthy. A fragrance that a multitude of people agree that it should be up there with the sexiest designer fragrances, and I stamp, seal, approve that motherfucking next. Another certified banger is Mercedes-Benz Select Night. Ooh. Cardamom, lavender, leather, sick, fire. You got that? It's citric, it's dark, it's sexy, provocative, and damn near seductive. An amazing scent profile by your car brand. Let that shit marinate. An amazing scent profile for a car brand. And truth be told, not a fan of Mercedes-Benz. If it's not one of the high-end luxury lines, Mercedes ain't got shit going for them. And I'm talking about like E-Class Plus. If you get a C-Class, you might as well be driving a Honda Accord. No disrespect, I'm just saying it's a piece of shit. But they knocked it out of the park with this particular scent profile. It's from, again, a car brand. A sexy car brand that most likely nobody around you is gonna be wearing. And they're still gonna be questioning, yo, what you got on? I'm not telling you, fam. But now I notice that you notice, so everybody here is gonna notice that I'm on notice. You notice? Next one. A fragrance talked about a ton of people, but yeah, I gotta give it the stamp of approval because the shit is hit. And it's not the elixir, but it's the parfum version of Dior Sauvage. Super mass appeal fuckboy scent profile. I understand. I get it. But I gotta certify it because the shit works, or else it wouldn't be on one of the high-ranking selling fragrances. I would stay away from the EDT. It's not my particular vibe. The parfum concentration is just that more mature, sexy, provocative scent profile that really hits all the marks that you're looking for. Personally, I think Elixir is a little bit more my speed, but if we're talking about an overall perception of mass appealing, I think the parfum version is absolutely where you need to go, and that shit is stamped like you're gonna be stamping that tramp stamp later. Next one. Now, people tend to to shoot for the Bleu de Chanel profile, and I understand that, but why go over there when we can go Moschino pour homme, Pablo? Moschino pour homme, first of all, great performance, beautiful scent profile, mirrors Bleu de Chanel type vibe with its own interpretation. Beautiful, lavender, sexy, mass appeal again. Obviously, the list is all about that mass appeal sexy certification, and most of all, budget conscious. It's a heavy erotic fragrance. It's beautiful. It still has its element of brightness. It still has this mild underlying aquatic saltiness to it, but overall, super sexy, deep, cheap, fire, banger, stamped. Next one. I don't know if it's too early to call this shit like the king of designer booze, but Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, say that 5 times too fast, is a crazy element of mass appeal sophistication. Personally, I think the illest in that whole Givenchy lineup. It is a beautiful cask-aged whiskey with body. This is when the connoisseurs sit around and start discussing different imaginary notes that they start tasting in the wine. You've ever been in a room with a bunch of people sipping on wine and start giving these crazy notes like,
oh man, that smells like manure. It smells like cow patty to me right there.
I'm sorry, what?
It smells like to me, horse shit.
It smells good to me, man. Like,
I get this note of asshole, earth, and lemon verbena with a sprinkle of coffee and elements of cranberry. Bitch, no, it tastes like Welshers. That Reserve Privé puts you in that type of element. It's like all of a sudden you snap your fingers, wake up, and you got a fucking ascot and a smoking jacket on with a pipe. Straight sex in a bottle. A must-have in anybody's collection. Triple, quadruple stamp on that ass. Next one. Dior Homme Parfum. Not an easy fragrance to get. Completely understand. And yes, I've heard the masses. Yo, Coobs, it's impossible to get. It's easier to get overseas. In the US, it's like damn near impossible for me to find. Why do you keep putting this shit on the list? Well, keep in mind, and that adds to the level of exclusivity and sex factor. This one is the one. It's difficult for you to find. Why? Because motherfuckers is charging 10 times more for the bottle because of that difficulty of getting, or the scarcity in the US, because it's that good. If it's that hard for you to find, it's not about the limited release in the US, because we can always find. The interwebs allows us to find things, but they don't want you. They don't want you to be put onto the fire. They don't want you to smell absolutely exclusive. They don't want you to live the best life, just walking around with lingering waves of beauty scents right behind you, and shorties be like, damn, pa.
That don't believe in us. This shit breaks my fucking heart. It's actually humans that don't believe in us. God did.
They don't want it. Go dig for it. Go all over the internet. Buy it secondhand. Take it from a dude who sprayed it 10 times and now is doing bad and can't pay his rent. The shit is fire. You need it. Next one. The House of Paco Rabanne, but I'm not gonna be going that 1 million route. Paco Rabanne Pure Excess Night. Yo, that joint, I have forgotten about it. With this much fragrance, it gets lost in the sauce. But I was doing a little dusting. I don't know if this is the symbol for dusting. And I came across that fragrance and I was like, yo, I used to like this joint. What happened? Bang, I smelled it and I was like, oh shit, where you been, ma? Yo, caramel, chocolate, cream, sweet, fire. I don't know if anybody's talking about this fragrance nowadays. It had a nice run through the hype train, but like everything else, it kind of trickles away and just disappears into the vast majority of other fragrances. However, this little bitch needs to make some sort of resurgence. It's not an expensive scent profile, and although it has that density and these thick notes like caramel, vanilla, and chocolatey vibes, there's still a vibrancy of ginseng and ginger, giving it some nice life, some spice, some airiness, a little bit of a hitch in your giddy up. A great scent profile, definitely stamped, that people are sleeping on again because they've just moved on to bigger and better pastures. Stop slacking, that shit is fire. Next one. I will stop putting this fragrance in a ton of videos when it starts being whack. Bang. Stop. Why would I stop putting tuxedo in there? Yeah, it's a privé style, but it's really designer. Although I throw it in niche categories, I throw it in every category because it's beyond certified. I certified the shit out of this with Yves Saint Laurent Beauty. They already know what time it is when your boy certifies a fragrance to the point where everybody's copping the shit and it sells out everywhere. Yeah, I did that. Next one. And finally, last but not least, another fragrance that I don't think that people are talking about nowadays. And that fragrance is none other than Roberto Cavalli's Golden Anniversary. 2 words for you.
I did.
Sweet leather. I need a moment of silence for that fragrance. Love at first sniff. Go check back my first impression and you'll see what type of time I'm on. Holy shit. Trust me, you're gonna smell completely exclusive. Nobody's gonna know it's Roberto Cavalli, not that anybody cares, because again, none of these fragrances you're going to be putting on a chain with a pendant and walking around with it like, yeah, nah, this just Versace arrows. Stop it. How much more basic can you be? Fam, these are 10 designer bangers that are certified must-haves in your collection. If you want sexy designer, I just gave you 10 of them. Are these the only 10? By all means, no. But these are certified hits. Ill, Fire, Hashubi, Fuego. You need it in your stash. Sample them at bare minimum, or run your ass to a department store and go sniff it off the Sephora lady who continues walking around the store following you like you're about to steal something. Not that that's happened to me, but I get profiled. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Let me know what your 10 certified bangers are, and I'll see y'all snitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.